Hey guys, Jacob and Mario from Anime Chat Reviews, and this is the Anime Chat Cast.
Hey.
If you haven't noticed, it's a little bit different today. We've changed around the set
Yeah.
so that we can have a little bit more intimacy when we talk with you and each other. Anyways, let's just jump straight into it. We're talking about Mecha Anime. We're going to be breaking it down for you guys.
Yes.
So, I have a huge list. Mecha Anime is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, it's
of
not
all
really
the genres, it is my absolute favorite. So I'm going to let you start.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be very difficult to stop.
Yes. As okay.
Let's go.
So I don't particularly like mecha overall. Like, I'll watch it. I don't mind it being added into anime. There's anime I watch that are purely mecha, but I just don't go out to find them. Okay, I know you've got a lot there. I can see you've got a lot there, so that's all good. My first one, I just want to point out Code Geass.
Oh yeah,
the mecha in that is
on my list.
Holy crap, good. Although Code Geass just comes up on these lists too much. I think that should be the last time we actually mention Code Geass. It's just all the time. Just every single podcast. Anything to do with anything.
Code Geass is Cowboy Bebop levels of good. Because Code Geass, like, again, the mechs in Code Geass aren't even the main focus. It is a political drama that just happens to have giant fighting knight robots that occasionally go to space and have laser hologram shields. Like,
it's actually, it is pretty good. Just by the way, guys, I like to give you information about this. So, Code Geass, if you haven't watched it, it came out in fall of 2006, and it was done by Sunrise Studios. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so you want to go on to your first one?
So my first one is the one that changed everything. Not just mecha, but anime itself. Evangelion.
Damn it, I was going to do that one too.
Oh, if I'd known, I wouldn't have said it, because I got like 10 other things.
Yeah, okay.
But Evangelion changed anime, not just mecha. Like, it was such a hugely mature story. It still to this day is supremely relevant culturally.
Honestly, anytime the intro comes up for that anime,
so
doesn't matter who you are. If you watched it, you know it's like, it's like, oh my god.
The memes, crazy. The actual like deep storytelling, like everything that Evangelion did was incredible.
Oh my god.
Like, the design of the mechs too are so different because they're humanoid. Yeah. Like, not just, hey, I look vaguely like a person or a suit of armor. It's like
just somewhat robotic.
The long arms, the like muscle structure, everything of it is so unique and so different that if you haven't watched this, you absolutely have to. It is
highly recommended too, actually. We should do a review on this. I mean, it's just doesn't. It's a little
the
bit
movies,
of
the series. It's one of those ones that's starting to get a bit like Fate Zero, where it's like, how do I watch?
Oh yeah.
How do I watch Evangelion?
It's like, what order?
It's like, there's the original series, but then there's the movies that came out. The latest movie actually came out like a year and a half ago. It's like, what? This series is from like the 90s.
Was it from 1995 actually?
Oh wow.
And it was done by Gainax and Tatsunoko production. Yeah. So it's done by them.
Sweet. Hit me with your next one.
Well, okay, my next one was Gurren Lagann. I think that was that just epitomizes mech. Just
Gurren Lagann.
The craziness of Gurren Lagann is just kind of overboard.
Well, done by Trigger.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, Gurren Lagann is incredible. Not only because of like the dope mech stuff.
It was also done by Gainax as well.
Really?
Yeah, I read up.
Awesome.
So I was actually interested because obviously I just mentioned Gainax for Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
So the same sort of people who worked on that as well.
Yeah.
So that's why it's probably
sense. Like the caliber of the mechs in that.
Yeah.
And the really different design. Like the mechs aren't typically Gundam. Because when you think mecha anime, of course, you think Gundam. Like there's that classic
I feel like
red, white, blue, Super America Gundam.
I feel like Gundam's overdone a little bit nowadays.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's like, this is still successful. People love building the models. Push out as much as possible. 3
Gundam series on here.
Right,
which I'm all going to hit in one go. Because
I think I already know which one you're going to talk about. But, seeing how your next one is on there, I'll have a guess. Iron-Blooded Orphans?
Yes.
Yeah, thought so. Okay, yeah.
Iron-Blooded Orphans is incredible. It's the latest of the Gundam series to come out. It's gorgeous. It has some of the most heartbreaking scenes in anime. Some really horrific main character deaths. That is like, whoa.
I still haven't
Heavy.
watched it, and I'm still reminded. Like I still remember when you told me about how the end scene or the ending of the anime.
Like the end scene is just gorgeous, and I'll burn through these Gundam ones now so that we don't burn too much time. But Mobile Suit 00, which was my first mecha anime, incredible. It's like the beginning of Gundams and mobile suits in that world.
Right.
Or at least that's where this version of the series takes place. It's United Earth, and essentially they are just made to don't start wars. If you start wars, we will end them. And that's that. They're this ultimate peacekeeping force, and it's fascinating.
Okay.
Following that up is Wing, Gundam Wing, which is almost entirely in outer space. And it's the one that came out in mid to late 90s. Early 2000s,
I feel like I watched that one. I just can't remember it.
That was the first one for a lot of people. I watched that a couple of years ago, and wow, that's where you get like...
Does it hold up still?
Yeah, actually it really holds up because no CG stuff. You get like the huge wing shots of Gundams with these like mechanized wings coming off them and like the huge space laser space opera shit. Awesome.
I'm going to rewatch that, I think. I feel like it needs to be done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good. That was the one that most people will know because it was on, like, Toonami and all that sort of stuff, like, way back when in the day.
Was it on, sorry, this is an Australian reference more so, Toasted TV? No, not Toasted TV. Oh, Cheese TV.
No.
It wasn't on there?
It might have been on Cheese TV, but I don't think so. Cheese TV was a little more Dragon Ball Z.
And Pokemon.
Yeah. Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sorry again for the Australian reference if you didn't know what I'm talking about.
It's morning cartoons. Yeah. Last one in the Gundams. I said I'd get this all over with.
Yeah.
Gundam 8th MS, which is...
I've not heard of that one, actually.
So this one's really interesting because it is all about Gundam warfare. It is ground-based tactical warfare. You're watching it from the general's perspectives and stuff.
Oh.
And it is all, like... Most of the Gundams have tank treads. And there's the occasional, like... full-on mobile suit ones. And it is all ground-based. It's all, like, firing tank cannons as rifles and shit.
That seems more my speed. I actually don't mind that one.
It is super grounded in reality. There's no, like, solar drive flying through the air. Like, there's one or two that fly, and it's like, oh my god, how do they do it? We are going to lose! They are flying!
Yes.
It's awesome. It's one of those ones that I think you would really love. Because it is super grounded in reality. But yeah, they're all the Gundam ones done. Oh man, that was really hard. But yes, please hit me.
Okay.
Any others you have?
Well, my last one was actually one that came out not too recently. It was Knights and Magic.
Knights and Magic.
It was done in summer of 2017. And it was done by 8-Bit Studios. Not a particular studio I hear a lot from, but I've heard of them.
I remember this one.
Yeah, so essentially the story goes is... So you base it on our world, I guess, where this guy really loves like Gundam or like mech sort of units and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And he ends up dying and getting replaced into a child's body in another fantasy sort of world.
I was gonna say I wish that was me, but that would have been really creepy.
So he ends up dying, getting put in this child's body, and then what ends up happening is he becomes like the forefront of like upgrading technology. So they had these like suits that they only upgrade like once every couple hundred years. And he becomes an inventor and develops all this new technology and upgrades the units.
So of course his obsession with...
Yeah, he just loves them.
Nice.
And yeah, he upgrades all these units and just becomes like the forefront for technology and these sort of things. And they fight against like these bug sort of creatures. That's what the reason.
I saw the ads for this on Crunchyroll.
Right, okay.
Back when I was watching the next one on my list, which is Darling in the Franxx. Oh man.
I'm still with Darling in Franxx. It's just goddamn that ending.
God damn it.
If you haven't watched it, just goddamn it. Just you'll like it. You'll like the anime, but goddamn that ending.
You will, if you like mechs, you will love this anime because it's Trigger. Trigger knows how to do all their action properly. Mm-hmm. It's all hand drawn. It's gorgeous. And then, man, they just go way too anime with it. Yeah. So that's why it's...
Honestly,
I'm not even really going to talk too much about it. Watch it for the fight scenes. Skip everything else.
Yeah. We have a review of it, actually.
We do, actually.
You can check that out. It'll be in the description below.
Man. But, So, have you gone through everything?
Yeah, I have. I didn't really have a lot there to sort of discuss this time. Sorry about that, guys. Usually I'm a bit more infused about the topics, but I just don't watch a lot of mecha.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, that gives me more of a platform, because this is my jam.
Yeah, so that definitely shows me that I need to go watch more mecha.
Well, yeah, like, hopefully a couple of these, if you guys are like Mario and haven't seen a lot of mecha, hopefully some of these, like Mobile Suit 00, Gundam Wing, Gundam 8th MS, if you're into a little bit more grounded stuff. Of course, Evangelion. But this one is for all of you guys that are sort of skirting whether or not you like mecha, but you really love Power Rangers. I'm talking about SSSS Gridman.
Oh my god.
Which I love the art in this, because SSSS Gridman, I always mess up those S's, is fascinating in the way that they CG the kaiju and the mechs. Not usually a fan of CG,
but it pretty well. I'm not a huge fan of CG
because it brings you right back to when you're watching Power Rangers or any sort of like Ultraman series, Kamen Rider, where suddenly they all turn giant and it's these cartoonishly bad sets of like
the only thing
cardboard buildings and foam people in suits.
The only thing I have to say about it is the beginning of it's a little bit confusing.
Yes,
where it starts
the beginning is this weird convoluted crap that takes way too long. But once the series starts, it
gets good. So just keep that in mind if you're going to watch it. You gotta go through a little bit before it. It's not too long, but first episode or two. Yeah.
This is your Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Gundam series. Because it has that CG effect where it looks a little low rent, but it looks exactly like back when the Power Rangers turned into the Megazord, and we're in a foam suit where you could see the foam like bending. And there's the dude in the fake Godzilla outfit who's like, "Rah, I'm going to get you, Rangers!"
Oh my god.
And he's bumping into stuff, and it looks awful, and that's sort of where this CG play hands up that stuff.
Honestly, that sounds OG.
It is the OG. It is the best. And that's why I actually really like this. It's one of the good implementations of CG in a series.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, that's it for my list. But mecha anime is just fascinating.
It
is. To me, as one of the first true genres of anime, like, you can draw mecha anime all the way back to like Astro Boy.
Yeah, it'd been a lot more. It was more. I feel like it was more prevalent earlier on in anime, and it set a basis for everything. As you said,
the 90s to 2000s, it got oversaturated and sort of cannibalized itself.
And then they stopped a little bit, and I feel like it's starting to pick up here and there, but they're not trying to focus on it too much. I feel like it's not something that needs to be focused on because a lot of it's been done already.
Not Gundam. Mecha was something that was born out of the nuclear age and the fear of that, because I think it was about 1955 when the first Robo series started coming out, like Mega Fighting Robo and those sorts of things. And it was all a critique on weapons and the nuclear bomb and what is something that is evil if it's only a weapon. And that's why you see it on the good side and the bad side. And it's usually these innocent children that find this. And their ideal is, I'm going to use something of hideous power to try and do something good. And that's why we do see a lot of civilian casualty in this. Like buildings getting toppled. It's like, what is the cost of doing something right with something so destructive? And I find that fascinating. That's sort of what really hits home with mecha for me.
Yeah.
But
I honestly haven't looked into mecha that deeply. Yeah. And I feel like I should.
See, film student stuff, I'm obsessed with like the beginnings of all this. Yeah. Also, it's giant robots that fight each other in space with lightsabers.
Pretty cool.
How can you not love this?
I mean, yeah, anyone would love to sort of pop into a massive mecha and fight against another one.
It's awesome. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it.
Yeah.
Mecha is awesome. And please check out some of the ones on this list if you love mecha, or if you're sort of iffy about the genre, because maybe some of these will change your mind and open up to one of the most pure versions of anime. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Yeah. We really appreciate it. Please throw your suggestions, your favorites, what you think in the comments below. Hell, maybe even join our Discord and chat with us there. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See ya.
Peace.